just want to record this experience that we had last night during the full moon. We lit a releasing candle. We went and charged our crystals. We went and sat outside and enjoyed the moonlight and in all her glory. And when we came back in, we were sitting with the candle because it was still burning. And it was just a steady, strong flame. And then my daughter went and sat next to it. And it started like flickering, like just like it was really excited. And so my daughter commented on it, and so then we all started just watching the flame, and I was looking up like, okay, what does this flame mean? Because like I said, it was pretty steady and strong, and then all of a sudden it just starts flickering. It could be the heat kicked on, but there wasn't any change in the environment except for my daughter had sat down. And so we watched it for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. And we just were talking amongst ourselves, and I was wondering, because I am just now starting into all of this. So I was like, is this for me? And I didn't feel like it was for me. And then every time my daughter said something about the flame, it would be calm. Once we noticed it and started watching it, it would be calm. And then when she would talk, it would start flickering. And so I was like, is she breathing too heavy on it? But, she wasn't close to it. So what I looked up said the flickering flame was spirits, maybe present. And so every time my daughter spoke, the flame would flicker. So I said to her that I think that this might be one of your spirit guides. And then the flame started flickering a lot. And she was like, oh, that's so cool. So she starts talking. And she's asking, so how are you today? And the flame was calm and then started flickering. And then it was kind of exciting. So she's just going with it because she's pretty awesome. And she's like, all right, well, let's test this out. And she's like, do you want to meet my cat? And then the flame gets really tall and is really flickering a lot, like super excited flame. And so she introduces her cat, and the cat's just kind of staring at something. So anyway, we go on, and my husband's there, and he had a thought, and he was like, did you used to live here? This is a third and fourth generation home. So the flame got really excited and really big. And then so it would get really excited and really big, and then it would go back to being steady and just normal. Steady and strong, and he figured out, well, then he asked, are you my uncle? And says his name, and the flame got super excited. And then they started, the interesting thing, because I was like, over here being skeptical. I'm like, is this really, are we just really tired? But I couldn't explain why the flame, because the heater was not blowing and the vent was far away from this candle anyway. And sometimes when they would talk, the flame wouldn't move. So I was like, I don't think it's their breath pushing the flame, because they weren't even that close to it. So I'm trying to like, really? Anyway, so my, so my husband starts talking about stories about, how much he loved his uncle, and the flame would just be really, it was like the listening. It's the only way I could describe it. And I know this probably sounds crazy, but just go with me, okay? Um, Whenever they were talking about attributes of this uncle, the flame would be quiet and, be still, and not like, it's not like, oh yeah, yeah, that's me. But then he was like, my husband said, it's probably not grandma or grandpa. And the flame got really excited. And it was interesting because when the flame got really excited that time, I heard something in my mind. Like I could hear, I've met this man. He's, passed on years ago, but I had met him. I could hear him in my head. But as soon as I focused on it, and I was like, wait, did I just hear him speaking? It went away. Like, not just the voice went away, but like my memory of it. It was like instantaneous. It was like turning to vapors. And I was like, oh, so anyway, I need to work on that. But it was just a really interesting experience. This particular uncle absolutely loves cats. Super creative, a lot like my daughter. Was always dancing to the beat of his own drum. He never was a conformer. And my daughter is the same way. He would say some weird shit, okay? Like, there were some things that he was also very intense. Like, there were some things that he would say that's, like, people are like, he's just a little off, but I really think that he was just really gifted. Anyway, it was really cool. It was a really neat experience, and I really wanted to document it. Because I have a hard time with journaling, so I'm gonna do like a vlog. Anyway, but it was really cool. It was a neat experience, and I could feel this energy, and it was the light. I just saw this light illuminating from the candle that, like, it was just really an awesome feeling. And then as the candle was, you know, dimming, because we got into the end of the candle, so the flame was dimming because we got to the end of the candle, I could feel that energy like waning, but it was like, bye. And like, it was just really cool. Can I explain that other than the way that, no, like, it was just one of those experiences. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.